I could see the visuals while they were busy working, doing the work in the window. I'm like, when I do see myself there, I do one day, I'm gonna be there. Molweni Bethuna, welcome to my YouTube channel. Molweni Bethuna, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, please do the right thing. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. But if you are part of the Rebellion Gang, then welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your continuous support. I really do appreciate it so much. Bethuna, we are growing slowly but surely, but I appreciate each and every one of you that is part of this community that we are trying to build about YouTube. So Bethuna, I've been meaning to do the sit down video. Hey Bethuna. Okay, a bit of a tongue twister there. So I've been meaning to do the sit down video because I feel like there's a lot maybe that we need to catch up on. I have been posting vlogs, doing some community work, going up and down, and I'm sure you guys are asking yourselves, man, what is happening with the Sam? Like, we haven't really had like a chance where we can basically sit down and then be able to catch up and see, I can say, update time in my life basically. So I hope I am audible because it's my first time using this mic ever since that I bought it. But I know because in the look shiny, so the school kids are about to come out. So I think it now your noise reduction yana that is going to be able to help with the noise and all of that, so that you can be able to hear me very clearly. But let's get into the video. So before I get into obviously why or how I left my job, my 9-to-5 job, to focus on content creation, I just want to give you guys like a bit of context so that you can be able to know or hear where I am coming from. And then hopefully once I do that, and then you understand. So obviously I was born and bred here in Kamandi, Stellenbosch, and then I matriculated in 2016. During my year, my matric year, I entered a competition which was Mr. and Miss Matric Supermodel South Africa, because I was into pageants back in the day. But obviously I entered on the Mr. category, and then it happened that I won, which I'm grateful for because it opened up like a lot of doors for me, because I was a bit of a shy person in high school. So I was not as talkative as I am right now. So yeah, so it helped me a lot when it comes to public speaking and be able to face like a crowd and it. So I won, and then there was also a bursary that came with it. So the following year, 2017, I went to study at Demelin. They gave me the option basically to select any course of my choice. And then I did journalism and media studies because I was then introduced to a radio, as well as in grade 12. I was doing radio on weekends. So I was so interested into that media world. So went to school, left radio, just focused on school because I was like, I'm an and I've also got a bursary. Not knowing it's not gonna fund me for the entire year. Because I was excited. And fundanga yonke into fine. Ndifunde ke eDemelin, did my journalism and media studies, which was great. I enjoyed it a lot because I could really relate, and ndifike nala experience nyane yaseradweni, which helped me a lot because bendifunda indaba eradweni, and then I was also a presenter, but as well being as open-minded to learn about the course and also learn what it entails to be a journalist, as well being in the media industry. Ndifunde nyani, and I excelled. Like my grades were good because I was like really pushing. Do you know when you get an opportunity and you know, listen, I need to prove myself that I deserve to be here? That's how it felt. Because I was like, if I'm able to push myself so that these people can be able to see, listen, this person is deserving and they want this so much, then we're going to give them another chance. Mhlambi, find a donor that is going to be able to support them. Because I remember I was traveling from Upper Kayamandi to Cape Town. Kayamandi is in Stellenbosch to Cape Town each and every day to go to attend to classes. So I would leave my house like 10 to or 5:30 because it rained at 6. So 10 to 6, there was it rain Africa 10 to 6 or 5 to 6. So I needed to each and every day for that 6 months. I traveled with the train to go to Cape Town, be there for the entire day, and then come back late as well. And it rained to Cape Town. It's not like 20 minutes, it's like almost an hour or an hour. Fine. I can ndifunde up until I was then told, Anna, listen, Sam, unfortunately, you can't continue with this course. I know, why not? You are being financially excluded. If you don't come up with this amount of money by this time, then unfortunately, you won't be able to continue with us here at Temelin. Fine, I can because I'm stressing, I'm trying to ask them, I'm trying to show them, and listen, this is what I've got. Yeah, well, these are my marks. And then Jamie's marks is can't we do something because I've been excelling. Here's my marks, here's my like my end year semester marks, we understand. Because I think for the Jamison, hey for the journalism virtual, I got like 98%, I think, around that. Yes, 98. And then it was good. But unfortunately, and then I needed to leave school. Fine, and the comeback came, and what am I going to do? Am I going to sit home and wait? What am I going to do? Because clearly things are not going according to how I wanted to be because I was heartbroken. And then the only way that I was going to be able to continue was for me to find myself back and accept a situation. How do we then move forward from that? Fine. And then I was like, man, can call it volunteer. We are more because I've always been. And the pageants, they teach you to give back to the community. So that was already instilled within me. So I needed to find something to do while I am waiting for that job. Yes, I was busy putting in my resume. I was going to is down in your CV, but I was not getting any calls. So I started to volunteer. Fine, the volunteer because there was 2 organizations that I was busy volunteering for. So the first one was more focused onto the pageant side because they were hosting Mr. and Miss Kayamandi. So I was helping with the models, training them, teaching them how to speak, how to elevate confidence and all of that. And then the other organization, I was involved more on the admin side, which is I was also good with computer. So they asked me to help with writing emails and all of that, but which I also appreciate now because it helped me to grow myself. It helped me to see skills that I thought that I never had, to be able to work with those skills and polish those skills before I could get into the working industry. Fine. And then one day, while I was in a meeting with one of these organizations, we are sitting there. Pete, I get this call. Ndifumane le call, ndiqonda hayi mama ndiphendule. Remember kaloku bendifake i-CV. Hayi ke ndiphendule i-call. Uphendula kwam i-call. Hi, is this sammzingelwa? Yes, this is me. This is don't. Can you please come for an interview tomorrow? Ndithi hayi ke utsho endodeni mntakabawo. I was so excited. I don't know, I lie. I went to the interview. I did well. And then that's when I landed my first job. That was also in the retail industry, which I'm grateful for. You understand? Because now I'm more into content, but I am not grateful for where I started from because I got to learn a lot. Fine, got the job, started working there, make like some good relationships. Also being grateful that now at least I put in work and then I'm getting something because only volunteer, we are volunteer much that you get because it's also a non-profit organization. Fine, I start working for this company, which was a stationery store here in Excluded Mall. The sevens. One thing about me, and there's not a toxic trait or what it is, but I always want to develop myself. I always want to basically elevate myself. Even there's Bonamandilapa, I want to work towards the next step So, and then I saw an opportunity at this other retail store, which was the clothing store. I went there, asked Abana position, Nyani, and then I was able to get in. And then I left the stationery store because remember, I also come from a fashion background. So this was also a good opportunity for me to come through the fike kule industry. Okay, at least ndingenela kwinto endizosebenza ngempahla kuyo. I'm going to be in industry where I know bana, okay, I'm going to work with clothes. But what also attracted me was the mannequins that were outside. Even though that I did not know back then that they were mannequins, I thought they were dolls. That's what I used to call them, dolls. So they attracted me. I could see the visuals while they were busy working, doing the work in the window. I'm like, well, I do see myself there. I do. One day I'm going to be there. Fine, I went to the store. It's an international company. Started to work for them. I started obviously as a sales assistant. Fine, which I enjoyed because I got to learn a lot. But this burning spirit that's inside me of wanting to improve myself and wanting to develop myself, I started to ask questions. Man, how do I then get to this role? What is that? And then I started to shadow a lot of the visual that was there, trying to do like some visual work when we were not busy so that I can get exposed to that industry. And that is going to be the birth of me becoming a visual merchandiser. I went through my training, traveled to different stores, went to a different province, and then things did not happen according to how I wanted to be. Found myself in a situation where I lost my car. I resigned from the job because of the mental health issues, Zamo, because it was a lot that was going on. And then remember now, I had a car, got into accident, lost that car, and then the same year, resigner in sammzingelwa because I can't take it. It's a lot that is going on. It's a fight that is going between me and that company. And then I was like, man, the best way to do is for me to be able to remove myself from this situation. And this is, man, listen, Sam, you've done your part, but remove yourself because mentally you are not okay. Because there was a point where I wanted to take my life as well. So that's the remove I get from that situation. It was not easy, Shem. I don't want to lie because I remember I came to a holiday because I was living in Port Elizabeth at the time. Came to a holiday and then I visited my family here in Cape Town. And then I went to my mom and I was like, Mama, I'm not going back. And she was so stressful about it. Nama was stressing because I could see I was going through it. I was going through the most. And then I left them and then I was unemployed for like 4 months or so. But that media thing never left me because even my colleagues, before I resigned, they would always tell me, but I'm Sam, can you please try Lento because your personality, the person that you are, like ungumntu wabantu and uyakwazi uthetha, uyakwazi entertain, uyakwazi thintini. And then I was also trying to figure that out bana ndizoyenza njani. But ke kunyanzeleka ukuthi ubana izinto zikaThixo ziyalindwa because at that time I did try ndazama ke shem uvula YouTube channel, try to get into that, but it never really worked the way that I wanted it to work because I wanted it to work that time, but forgetting that, Bana, there's a scripture that I live by that says, Bana, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. So I wanted things to work my way at the time, but forgetting that, Bana, he says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Yes, I went into that content creation. I started a YouTube channel. It did not work out the way that I wanted it to be. To a point where I also felt demotivated after I lost my account. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. No, I'm not going to do this. You understand? I'm not going to do it. But that fire within me wanted to. And I remember I also wanted to go back into radio so much. Because now I'm back in Stellenbosch. Why can't I go back to that radio station where I used to work at when I was in matric? Ndinkqonkqoze ke nyhani bangabhaleli emails hayi man akuveli into bangababhaleli emails, nothing is happening up until I saw they had an opening for applications, and then I put in my application. I'm gonna go back into radio. And then me going back into radio, that's when I also got another job. I started to work for this recent company that I resigned from, which I'm grateful for. I got to work for this company as well as a visual merchandiser. It was also great. It was also a very interesting experience, very different from what I got from that previous company where I was working for as a visual merchandiser. But one thing about me, I love a challenge. I love to be challenged because things were done differently. If you are visual, if you are exposed to the visual world, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Because each and every company, they do things differently. Fine, I got adjusted and ndaqala usebenza phayana. Met some incredible people, made some like good connections and all of that. So beginning of this year, 2025, I started there 2023, and then beginning of this year, 2025, last time bendinayo TikTok, ne? But kulo ba kwam TikTok kwam, I was like posting, mhlawumbe post like once a while, and then I would leave it and not post again. And then I would remember, but oh, God, then it did not TikTok. And before I had this phone, I also had another phone where is space, nangabena space, right? We are and bena space. Sometimes you need to TikTok and then come, oh, man, I'm not so much invested for TikTok. Up until the come, I'm download TikTok. This year, I didn't download TikTok for January. And then that time I was on my journey of sobriety, where I told myself that I'm not going to drink because I just want to say, I just want to start my year differently than how I normally start. 31st, I did not drink. I was like at home. I was just like praying and asking God to show me a way. And this is going to be the way. You understand? It's funny how things work. So this and it download to TikTok earlier January after I first install it. And then on a random Sunday, I'm chilling at home after a barber shop. It was a Saturday. It was a Saturday. On a random Saturday, I come back. On my way to man, and then they move vlog nyana, just J something nyana. Then they vlog nyana, and this go back with barber shop. Barber shop is just close by. Then they vlog nyana, and on my way to man and then I edited the editor nyan. Kulo editor wam the post ndibenqoba ibathi nansi le nto igena i-momentum, at least iyagena i-momentum. And then ndibe sendifake ke ngoku obviously with my HIV story video as well that I once posted up on YouTube. Posted that. That's when then it started to happen. Bethuna ndibona man abantu are interested into knowing. And then I remember also posting my first video on the Peka Umpoko. People are interested in my cooking. Okay, let me just grab this opportunity. Let me grab this opportunity because as you remember, I said the previous years, I wanted things to go my way. On a random weekend, I'm chilling here, and then I'm like, Bana, let me just post. Not knowing that, Bana, that is going to be the start of something great. That is going to be the start of Molweni Bethuna. You understand? So I started that, and then I was like, okay, let me just put my skills out there. Yes, obviously I am an activist. I'm an HIV activist. I speak about it. I try to motivate people about it, but as well as people were more interested to see my skills as well. Bana, I man Sam uqala njani upheka, like wenza njani upheka, because I think I've always been a lover of umpheko. My mom taught me how to cook. She laid the foundation, but then after that, as a creativity, and then I started to put my own things, starting to mix my own things. So it was very interesting. It has been very, very interesting. I don't wanna lie. And then after that, in February, we were reaching 100K followers. I was like, man, this is something. 100,000 people are following me. 100,000 people are interested to see what sammzingelwa is all about. And that Molweni Bethuna salutation, greeting, it's more like of a community. I want to involve, I want to include everyone that ever felt that they're invisible, everyone that they felt that but they did not belong, because I want, when I say Bana, Molweni Bethuna, I want people to feel included into something. I want people to belong. So it was great. It was great to see how things have worked out, which I'm grateful for. And then it came to a point where I took then a big decision 6 months later, which was in June, after I started with the content creation. I think that time I was around 200K followers or so. And then I was like, man, I want to take this leap of faith. I have taken a risk where I went to a different province for a job where I did not know anyone because I wanted to go to the, yeah, well, I wanted that experience. I wanted to develop myself. Now I am in this situation where I'm able to open up my phone, tell my story, and inspire a lot of people. I also want to take that opportunity to focus on this and see where it's going to take me, because I'm not a person that wants to live with or what ifs. I would rather take the risk and fail trying than to sit back and not do anything. Let me rather take the risk. Risk lithathile, I'm gonna fail doing it than to sit and not do it. So I took that risk because the job had stability. Content creation, there is no stability up until you get to a certain point. And then now I'm like, bana, I need to weigh the two, but I'm also weighing, I'm saying, bana, this side, content creation, I'm more happy. I'm able to express myself. I'm going to build something here. Yeah, but I'm going to build something. I want to build a brand here. Yes, yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've gotten throughout all these years, but now I need to be able to weigh the two. Is it going to be full-time job, or is it going to be a content creation and take that as my full-time job and just give time for my content creation, for my craft, and see where it can potentially take me, or ndizoqhubekeka go 9 to 5 one. So I had to take this one. I had to take the content creation road, because even though it was scary, but I'm glad that I took it, and I don't regret taking this journey of content creation, even though I left my 9 to 5. Because now I'm able to do more. I am able to do more for my community, because a month later, after I resigned, I also opened a nonprofit company which is currently doing so well. We have done a couple of projects, even though we have just traded for inyanga in few weeks. We have given back to the community, like in a way that I never thought we are gonna be. We've been cooking for the community. There's been like a disaster where families were affected by fire, and when I came to social media and asked for help, people were helped. So it also felt good for me to be able to do something for the community, because I said that once you are in the modeling industry, it also teaches you to give back to the community, and nam ndingumuntu othanda to give back. So it was great. It is great to see that after a month and almost 2 months, is it 2 months now? I think I can say it's 2 months after I've left my job, that now I was able to open a nonprofit company, and then as well as continue growing with my content creation. Got like opportunities that I thought that I would never get. Being on TV for the first time, the first one in the family. So it is very interesting to see what this road has for me. I'm not saying everything is as easy as it comes, but I am grateful that I'm grateful that I was able to take that leap of faith to say that sammzingelwa, take this opportunity and see where it's gonna put you. I am just grateful for that. So that is where we are currently at. I think donwabile. I am happy with myself. I am happy with the decision that I took, and I can't wait to see what this future holds for me. As long as I'm consistent, as long as I am standing for what I believe in, and I can't wait to see what other opportunities might arise from what I am currently doing. So it is good to see. And yeah, I am excited, Bethuna. I am excited. So, and thank you so much for also being part of this incredible journey, this interesting journey. Ndakababo, sammzingelwa, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I want to say, Bana, thank you so much for continuing to support me. Thank you so much for being there on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, here on YouTube as well. the support that I'm getting, like, it's amazing. And thank you so much. And ngicela keep an njalo. So if you're part and you're watching this and you have not subscribed yet, please do the right thing. Please do the right thing. Please comment down below. Please like and please share this video as well as subscribe. Yabeke Bethuna na iphela kanjalo into yabo no rappelling.